Okay, so as usual, as we're getting more advanced, I have a sampling of what your form should look like. It should not match mine exactly. You should do your own attributes and things like that. You definitely want to go through all of these references. So we've got our basic, if you go in here, we've got our basic thing on how to add forms, different types of form elements, different types of input types, input attributes, like we can put in default values, things like that, input form attributes. Now the action and things like that, we're really not getting into that level because you're learning forms. So when you get to JavaScript or PHP or something else, that's when we're going to be able to make it work with the back end. So this is designing the form, but it's not making the form actually work with the back end. Make sure you also read the CSS for forms. Right there, it's linked at the bottom. So we're learning about styling them. I have done a sample. Let's refresh that. Let's actually go out to it. And so you see when I do the autofocus, it's right there. I can pick a particular type of degree. Radio buttons, you can only select one. If you do check boxes, it'll allow you to select more than one. Pick a major. You can type in anything here. This is resizable. Submit does not actually do anything at this point. If we were doing JavaScript or something like that, then we could make the form actually work and do things. This is just designing the form. So we've got all sorts of information in here on the form where we're labeling it, we're giving it IDs, we're making a couple of them required, we're using the autofocus, and then we've styled them using the CSS. And I'm doing this template that I'm sort of building throughout. So I've got my forms all set up here, and I'm breaking down each thing I'm adding, and I'm taking this CSS page and copying it from project to project and adding things to it. So it's letting me use my variables for my accent colors and my fonts, so things will change automatically if I change the colors at the top. And I've also put in things of like styling the type, the text area where I'm putting border radius on it, my select areas, my focus. These are all things that are changing the colors here. And so if I were to do an inspect on this, you can sort of see what my styling is for each area. So that's my input text where I've got 50% padding of 5px border radius. One of the things I did a little funky, but it did what I wanted it to do. You'll notice that I have a margin with negative 15 pixels. That's for these headings here, so that puts them to the left of my content. There's various ways of accomplishing that. I just want to show you that you can actually do a negative margin. It is something that will let you put it to the left of where it's supposed to be. So again, you need 5 different types of input. I've really only got 4 here, 5 if you count the submit button. And you should style it well, and you should be using the autofocus, which should set the first one to autofocus. Certain things should be required. So go ahead and read through those form pages. You can look at mine as an example. Do not copy and paste my form. Do your own thing that's completely original.